The leaves. The cricket song. Black and white tan. The bees flew around in confusion, going back and forth, making them look like kites. "Why is it like this?" said Bumble B. "Everything is black and white now. It's hard for flowers to find us." Bumble B encountered another bee, thinking it was Bumble A. "Bumble A, what happened?" "Huh? Who are you?" "I'm Bumble B." "Is that so? Are you Bumble B?" "I'm not Bumble A, I'm Bumble D. We're just close in appearance, so maybe we look alike." "All right, Bumble B, I'm off now." That was Bumble D's farewell, as he flew away like a kite. Morning of August 6, 1945. In Hiroshima, the flowers disappeared. They hid. They blended into the colors of light and darkness, white and black. The opposite forces were at play. Bumble B just kept flying like a kite, still searching for the flowers that had hidden within white and black. Before the visit of the king could take place, that day still managed to give a warning. The colors disappeared. The scents faded away. The image resembled a horror cartoon. The disappearance of colors was exactly like when the hues of the stones in Ibana vanished, when Smiles disappeared in the Planet of Smiles. When Corazon disappeared, she finished Grade 2, Section 1 in Maligaya. After a while, some of the bees seemed to be flying, like frogs. Bumble B became even more confused. "Bumble A!" Bumble B called out loudly. Bumble B turned to look at Bumble Z, again wrong, and now Bumble Z looked nothing like Bumble A. Bumble B's confusion grew even worse. "Why am I even looking for Bumble A?" he asked himself. Because everything turned black and white, and he thought Bumble A would be the one to ask why. He was so dizzy that the bees, which once flew like kites, now looked like flying frogs. That's how he started to see things, flying frogs, and suddenly he heard "Kokok!" a frog. The frog was also confused. The frog thought Bumble B was also a frog, so it didn't eat him. Bumble B took a short rest and landed on the frog's head. "What Umi and Yaku were talking about on the bridge is happening now," Bumble B said, while sniffing the frog, mistaking it for a flower. This is how their conversation was supposed to go. Bumble B remembered it from when he once passed by and saw the two talking. In a world like theirs, they understood each other. Emotion was their language. There was no need for explanations because understanding was complete. There was no dark part of misunderstanding. To love, that's it. Bumble B also recalled the sweetness of Umi and Yaku's conversation. It was eternal, not an ending. Why are there times when we think we understand, only to realize in the end that we didn't? And what was once unclear suddenly becomes completely understood. Everything was flowers, and everything was fragrant. The memory of Kalamba and the Queen. The wind howled with great force. The message was cold. It gathered all the cold just to say goodbye. Darkness crept in. Slowly, the color white began to fade. As Bumble B looked up, he noticed a bee, one that flew like a bee. Bumble A at last. "Bumble B!" cried Bumble A. Bumble B was astonished. How did Bumble A recognize him? "Bumble A?" he asked in disbelief. "Yes, it's me," replied Bumble A. "What are you doing on that frog's head?" asked Bumble A. "You might get eaten," she added. "Don't worry, Bumble A," Bumble B reassured. "It thought I was a frog, and it thinks you're a frog too." "But wait, how did you recognize me? That I am Bumble B?" "Well, I just knew it was you," Bumble A said, just as puzzled. "It's strange. Out of everyone, only you recognized me." Bumble A responded, "I cannot recognize everyone, but you are the only one I truly know. The bees I see look like grasshoppers. What's annoying is, when I ask, they answer like goats. Oh my. Bumble B, it's a good thing I found you. I have something to ask you." Bumble B stared at her. "What do you want to ask?" asked Bumble B. And in Bumble B's mind he thought, I hope it's not 2 plus 2, because he's weak in math. And so Bumble A finally asked, Bumble B, why black and white? Long silence. 2 minutes. Then a frog croaked. Kokak! Exactly, shouted Bumble B. Kokak indeed. So black and white was the joking answer, and then Bumble B flew. The frog was shocked because Bumble B was actually a bee and not a frog, so the frog jumped as if flying like a bee. Bumble A followed Bumble B in flight. As they flew like bees, some other bees noticed them. They were already bees flying like bees. All the bees followed the two of them without asking any more questions. Instead, they started chatting about bees flying like triangles, dogs, cats, buckets, and boats. Bumble B understood everything clearly. They were following him. But why? That was what he was trying to discover. Bumblebee! Hey! Shouted Bumble Z. Bumblebee! Echoed Bumble D. And then Bumble C, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y also joined in shouting. The buzzing of the bees grew louder as they flew. The letters formed words as they flew through the air, until they formed the word Hari, king. At once, she remembered King's son. See Umi, see Yaku. It's Umi, it's Yaku. And Tule, bridge. Bumblebee's flight sped up. Bumble A, Z, and D started following quickly. Everyone was moving faster now, so fast like bees. They had fully become buzzing bees. Bumblebee could smell the sweetness. Flowers! As they approached the bridge, he caught sight of Umi and Yaku dancing. The surroundings were filled with color around Umi and Yaku. So many flowers were blooming all around the bridge. Butterflies were there as well, even a swan. And even the frogs, who thought they were bees, had finally arrived behind Bumblebee. Bumblebee, A, Z, D, and everyone else landed near Umi and Yaku. They waited for the embrace of King's son and the sudden arrival of King Sweetness. That was what Umi and Yaku were hoping for. The utmost care in the gentle grasp of King Sweetness in the hands of King's son. Ride the honeybees to sweetness, as King Sweetness flies Umi and Yaku, drawing closer to the hearts left behind in Japan. Juan Isip 2 days of cricket songs before being released. The noise only comes when it's quiet.